Happy New Year, everyone. So, for the first new comic book day coming up Wednesday, January 7th, my first recommendation will be it's going to be something not quite new. It's this 50th anniversary of the first ever crossover between Marvel and DC. It's called the story is called Battle of the Century. It's a crossover between with Superman and Spider-Man. So back when Marvel and DC knew how to do crossovers, of course they picked the flagship character from DC, Superman, the flagship character from Marvel, Spider-Man. 50 years, 1976. This came out, written by Gerry Conway, and with art by Bob Wycheck and Dick Giordano. It's really good. When I first read this, I was like 10 years old. All I remember is this one scene where Spider-Man gets really mad at Superman and throws like the hardest punch he could ever do, and of course he winds up breaking his hand doing it. That's basically all I remember. But it's a really good story. It's like a really long story, as you can imagine. This is a Treasury Edition, which means it's bigger than a normal comic book, which is great. You can look at it. The art's spectacular. It's like maybe 10 inches by 14 as opposed to 8.5 by 11. And again, 50 years, highly recommended. The only criticism I have is that both Marvel and DC, they priced this at $20, which is kind of crazy because the original price of this. Talk about inflation. The original price of this was $2. You can't get even a regular comic book this day for $2, not even close. To put this at $20, you really, these companies really have a chance to draw in new comic book readers with this. People who weren't even alive back then, and to read these classic stories on these facsimile issues and these anniversary issues. And they're blowing it because by pricing it so high, they're discouraging people from buying it. If you can afford it, please, I highly recommend this. It's a great story, but they're really blowing it with this because they can have a chance to bring in new readers on these classic stories. And for pricing it for $20, it's crazy because you're not paying for a writer for a new story or an artist for new art. So I don't get this, but that's my only criticism of it. But I highly recommend this for this coming week. This coming Wednesday. And we'll see you next week.